This is Never Down, Never Out with T.R. Matson. This podcast is about discipline when motivation fades, resilience when things get hard, and showing up when quitting would be easier. No hype, no shortcuts, just the mindset required to build something real. One day at a time. Let's get into it. Welcome back. Never Down, Never Out. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys and girls. Love the support. Appreciate it. Blows my mind every day. I could look at the analytics. I could look at the people who are watching, who are supporting, who are commenting, and it humbles me to no end. From an idea 2 months ago to start a podcast, right? Really to start doing some recordings for my children and their children and stuff like that, to now, 60 days in is right around the corner. It's crazy. So I appreciate it. Cannot thank you enough for the support. Every watch hour, every t-shirt, every everything comment, it truly does help, and I'm truly humbled. And I believe at some point that there's somebody out there that really needs to hear something I've either said or am going to say. And that's the whole point of this. So we keep the traction going, we keep the movement going, and hopefully whoever this message needs to hit, it gets to, and that comes with all the support. So thank you so much. Early morning, trying to clear my throat, get going, get some things done today. I got a to-do list a mile long, so but we got to get after it, right? So episode 58, doing the work without applause. This is a good one, right? Because as children, we tend to like positive feedback, right? So we do something, there's a cause and effect. We do something, and then our parents or our siblings or our teachers or somebody is like, hey, great job. But what's funny, I've noticed, is there's a phase there in our lives where that kind of goes away. We don't need it as much. And then as we become adults, it's almost like we need it again, and when we live in this world of social media and clicks and likes, and I know I'm telling you, like, hey, I appreciate all yours. So I'm in this world too. We get so caught up in the applause. Like, look at me, look at how I'm doing, look at the work I'm doing and all that. And I think back on the times in my life where there was no applause. There was nobody patting me on the back. There was nobody there. And I think of those times, and those were some of the darkest times, some of the lowest points in my life, where it felt like it was just me. But then also when I think about them, I achieved some of the greatest leaps during those same times. So while it's hard in the moment, as we look back, we realize it's those times that set us apart. So we need to condition our brains to be okay without the applause, to put in the work without the applause. And I know a lot of times I probably make it sound more grandiose than it is, right? Like we're going for this huge accomplishment. We want to be the next Navy SEAL or Navy pilot or doctor, lawyer, like this huge thing. But I think in reality, this lesson also affects us just as much in the little day-to-day, right? I joke with my wife, I'll do the dishes and she won't say anything. She'll notice. I mean, of course she notices. Anybody that's married, if you do little chores around the house, your significant other notices. And if they don't, we need to have a discussion about your relationship picks. But she'll notice and then, not say something, and I'll be like, hey, did those dishes, right? And she'll kind of give me that look, and she's awesome. I love my wife, but she'll give me that look and be like, I know, thank you. Like, and it's like, it's in those little things where I need to take the own advice of like, dude, just do the work. Just get it done, right? Let's not waste all this time looking for gratification, looking for a pat on the back. There is no pat on the back. That's not reality. You're in this, whether it's big, small, it doesn't matter. It ebbs and flows, right? This isn't a linear journey, right? I mean, there's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days. We need to condition our brains to be okay to not worry about the pat on the back. That's not the point of it. The point of me doing the dishes is not for my wife to say, hey, thanks for doing the dishes. The point of me doing the dishes is because I'm an active member of this family and it helps out. And if I can help out and get something done and take it off her plate, pun intended, then it's one less thing she has to do because of all the things she's focused on, right? So you need to stop looking for the thank yous or the slow claps or those moments in your life. Just get rid of them, right? And I've tried to take that approach with this. I never thought talking to my computer screen for 10 to 20 minutes a day was going to turn into anything. Why would it? Who cares, right? If I'm being honest with myself, did I really believe at the beginning that even my kids would listen to every one of these episodes? No. And I mean, they haven't listened to any yet, and they will soon. They'll start. But it was just something to put down so that they could hopefully get something away from it. Hopefully, one of these episodes, when they're going through something and I can't be right there, or maybe I am there, but I can't think of the right thing to say, then maybe these will help. But now it started picking up traction. It started gaining some support, right? Largely due to Mover and Gunky and being on their show, right? I would not be where I'm at without them. But it started gaining all that support and it started getting exciting. And then I was like, well, I want more. I want more followers. I want more subscribers. I want more watch hours. I want to hit these next levels. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, wait a second. Like, that wasn't the point. The point was do it for your kids and their kids. That's it. And then whatever else comes out of it, comes out of it. And I made that shift. I was there briefly, but I made that shift and I go, oh, yeah, what are you doing? Like, I don't need the pat on the back. I've never accomplished anything great in my life when somebody was constantly patting me on the back. So why would I start now? If I really want this to be something that truly is valuable to my children, who cares about the pat on the back? I'll likely never even notice the actual benefit of what comes out of it. And that's okay because I enjoy the process. So we know we have to do the work. We know we have to do the work when we don't want to do the work. That's part of life. So now we have to adapt the mentality of doing that work when we don't want to do it, and nobody is going to thank you for it. And if you can get your mind there, then you're gaining traction. Because then you're just doing it for the journey of doing it. And if you listen to successful people out there that talk about this, they always go, I wish I enjoyed the process more while I was in it. Because remember, the end goal, the success, is short-lived. Extremely short-lived. It's a moment in time it was a moment in time when I got my wings of gold pinned on my chest by my parents. A moment. It took less than a minute. But the process of going through everything, the process of the highs and lows and the first solos and the throwing up upside down and the landing on an aircraft carrier, all of that was the whole point. And I don't live a life of regrets. My wife laughs at me for this. She goes, you really don't regret anything. And I go, why would I regret anything? Everything I did, good and bad, got me to the point I'm at right now. Which usually when we're talking about this is me sitting next to my beautiful wife on a couch in a loving home that is safe with beautiful kids that are healthy. why would I regret anything I did to get me here? And I don't. But what I do think about is I wish I had gone through it and not worried so much. And I took in the moment. But I was so concerned about everything that it takes effort to think back on the good and bad times. And that's not a regret. It's just that now when I go through things, I go through them with a different mentality. I go through them with the mentality of we're in it this minute, right now, 10 minutes into today's episode. This is the point. Not where this could go in a year or 2 years or 10 years, or not what it's going to do for my kids, or maybe not do for my kids, or not who it could potentially reach. It's the moment that you're in right now. And it's a lonely moment. I'm here in my office, doors closed. I've got one friend with me, and I'm hoping that while she's sitting on the floor, she's not snoring so loud that you could hear her on the mic. And that's it. And nobody's going to pat me on the back. And nobody's going to say, hey, great job recording this morning. And that's okay. Because I enjoyed talking about the topic. I enjoyed the accomplishment of getting episode 58 complete. I enjoyed the daydream of when I'm talking to you in a couple days about episode 60. So that's what we need to do. I've talked before about not reading our own press. I've talked before about not patting ourselves on the back too much. But you do have to have some wins. And you have to realize that sometimes those come from yourself. Sometimes the best thing we can do is find success in the little moments, day to day, and go, you know what? I did all right. I did all right today. I may not be perfect, and I'm never going to be perfect, but I was better than I was yesterday, and that counts for something. And that's all the applause I need. So let's think about that today with whatever it is you're working on, whatever it is you're working towards, whether you're on a peak or a valley on this journey that is life. You don't need the applause. It's all internal. You just need to believe in yourself, and you need to go, you know what? Today wasn't half bad. So let's make today not half bad. And then we'll see what tomorrow brings. Thanks again for the support. Thank you all. So humbled. Thank you for everything, and we'll talk tomorrow. If this episode helped you, don't just listen, apply it. Progress is built in what you do after the message ends. Remember, never down, never out. I'll see you tomorrow.